Facebook. Catch up.
All right, guys. Welcome.
Trying to get both of us in the frame. Sorry, Instagram. We trying, man. All right. That don't have to work. Maybe if I just kind of lean in like this. No, not like this. I was trying to be suave.
Oh.
Never mind.
I'll lean with it.
That's all right. Yeah, I'm not paying you attention right now. Good evening.
Yep, welcome everybody. So this evening we wanted to get a little oily. We know that we have the new premium starter kit out. So we wanted to just talk a little bit about our journey, as well as go through some of these oils in the kit.
What's going on, Terry?
And how they might benefit you and your family. So welcome. We'll let people go ahed and populate in. Let us know where you're from. You know, we always love to hear from you guys.
Yep, shout out your city. Let us know where you're from.
Yes.
And while they're doing that, I have swiped away the comments, so I will always go back and check them. If you guys have any questions along the way, feel free to post them, and we'll try to go back and answer them at the end. But we thought we'd spend a little time with you guys just telling a little bit about our story, how we got to where we are today on our health and wellness journey, because I find it a little amusing, our story. And then we wanted to just share a little bit of what we use, what comes in the Premium Starter Kit with Young Living, so that you guys have a better idea and understanding of why we chose Young Living. So let's go back. Let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
All right. Which starts with you.
Yes.
So I'll allow you to tell your story.
Okay, so I will start with me. So really, for me, my journey actually begun years and years previous, right? So as a child, I just had a lot of things going on. So I had things going on with my immunity. I had things going on when it came to season changes. I had a lot of hormonal things going on. And in fact, when I was going through puberty, I had a few instances where we were trying to figure out what was going on and balancing out my hormones. And we turned, of course, first to our doctors and traditional medicines. And what happened actually is, because I was young and I didn't really understand how medicine worked, I actually overdosed trying to just manage my menstrual pain. So around that time, my mom also was dabbling into natural care. So she was dabbling into herbs and oils and things like that. Funny thing is, when they sold their house, we actually found some Young Living oils and things. So at the time we were using oils, didn't really know the difference between oils, but come to find out we actually had some Young Living because it went way back then. So fast forward, I actually started implementing natural ways. For me, I always looked at what is the cause. I always feel like there's always a root cause, right? So if I have a headache, my first instinct is, what is causing the headache, right? Did I eat? Is my blood sugar low? Am I stressed out right now? Am I having some tension? What is going on that could have caused it? And if I can first work with those things, then I'll look at what I need to support, right? And so that kind of just stuck with me as I grew up. So when you came to my home, in my medicine cabinet, it was full of oils. But again, I was just getting oils from the grocery store. I was getting oils from Whole Foods, different health food stores, wherever I would get oils. But something didn't sit well with me. When I looked at those oils that I was buying, I was like, okay, so this is a lemon oil, but it says not for internal use. Well, if it's a pure lemon, what did they do in the time that it was a lemon to the time that it came in this bottle and is in my home? That seems a little fishy, right? The other red flag to me is, like, they had organic and they had non-organic. And my thing is, like, so you're okay poisoning me sometimes, but not all the time. So those things stuck with me. But I was invited by my older sister to one of her essential oil parties. At the time, it was the last thing on my radar because, again, I was already using oils. I knew natural health. And I'm like, she's in a cult, and I don't know why I'm going here, right? So I went ahead and went. I was super late. I missed the presentation, but I picked up all of the little pamphlets and all of the literature because I'm a researcher. So my thing is, if you are a researcher, do your research and do your diligence, okay? I commend anybody that is willing to actually research, whether it's for their own health or their children's health, because around this time I was having issues with my son. I was told that his eczema and his asthma, like that was just the way he was going to be. I was going to have to put him on breathing treatments. He was going to have to be on steroids and the different creams that they were prescribing him. I'm looking at the ingredients. I'm like, this is a baby. Like, there's no way I'm going to continuously put this on my child. So
it's a lot of work.
Yeah. So the first thing I actually did was anything ingredient wise that was linked to allergies or asthma, I took it out of my home. So I detoxed everything. So I switched over all of my cleaning products to, I was cleaning with, like, at the time, vinegar, which my husband hated. Oh, no. I was cleaning everything with vinegar and baking soda, I might squeeze a fresh lemon in there here or there. But again, this is around the time that I had left my sister's party, but she had left me with a sample of a blend that we will talk about tonight, Peace and Calming. So I took that Peace and Calming home and I put it in my Dayton's bath water. Mind you, because of all of the things going on, he did not sleep through the night. He was very colicky, a very, very fussy baby. But I added that Peace and Calming into his bath water. I think I turned around, maybe I was brushing my teeth, doing something in the bathroom. He was splashing, and all of a sudden, the splashes stopped. And my first reaction as a mom, I'm like, oh, my baby, did he drown? What happened, right?
He's still with us. He's alive.
Right? So I turned around and his little head was just nodding off. Like, his little head just kept nodding. And I'm like, was it that voodoo little oil thing that my sister gave me? So just to be sure, I tried it the next night, the night after that, and a few more times, just to make sure that it was actually the oil. So it got to the point that my son would take, like, once the bottle was gone, he would sleep with an empty bottle of Peace and Calming because it was that soothing to him. So for me, that was a red flag. Because I'm like, if this one blend could do all of that for this weary mama, there has to be something more to this. So I got started. I started my journey. I started switching over everything. I started being investigative of everything, whether it was my skincare products, whether it was my makeup. I really, really honed in because I was slowly noticing so many changes in myself as well as my children. I literally thought that it was normal not to be able to breathe. Like, when people would be like, oh, I have seasonal allergies. I'm like, seasonal, really? So there's times that you can breathe. Because for me, I feel like every single morning I'm like, I can't breathe, right? But once we changed the conditions in our home, incorporated things, just amazing things happen.
You know what's funny? Like, I let you tell that story all the way from beginning to end. Mm-hmm. And your journey and the things that were, like, important to you, like, along the way, I'm like, we were so different. That was so different for me. Like, because our backgrounds are completely different, like, I came from a household, like, I was an extremely sickly child, but, like, we relied on modern medicine for everything. So, like, if you caught a cold, like, you took cold medicine. If you had a headache, you took Tylenol or Excedrin. Like, if there was something that that you needed an antibiotic for, like, we were at the hospital like clockwork, and I'm like, give me some of the pink stuff. Give me some of the pink stuff, especially for kids, because it was like bubblegum flavor. So, like, it's funny that you had that journey where you're like, I got to get this for my family. My family needs this. Mm-hmm. And then, like, I remember coming home one day, and it was like you were diffusing joy. And I'm going to go ahead and say it, even though sometimes they don't like what I say.
I do not like
Okay. But I walked in the house, and I'm like, whatever it is, it smelled like booty butt cheek. Okay.
What does that even smell like?
Look, okay, at the time, though, I'm working in healthcare. You come across a lot of smells, okay? But So the funny thing is, like, I was just like so like not on board. She kept like trying to give me oils, and she's like, "Here, put this on." And like Joy, like now it doesn't smell like that to me at all, nor did it ever. But
how many people like the smell of Joy or didn't like it the first time they smelled it?
I'm telling you, it's just like how Dry smells like bacon to me.
Yeah,
like it's just.
Does anybody else believe that Dry smells like bacon?
Go ahead. I'm sure there's got to be one person. Let me know. I'm like following the comments here. Like, let me know. But it's just funny because like, even for me at that point, like that didn't do it. You know, because I'm like, oh, I already got a solution to those problems. But you kind of hit on something to some extent. Like, you don't know what you don't know. You know, because like for me, I can't take antibiotics. They don't work very well for me because my body has built up a resistance to them. Because I literally remember, give me amoxicillin or give me the pink stuff was like our go-to as a kid. So not saying that what we're going to talk about replaces those things, but we had to completely change our mindset, you know, because whereas here in America, like we're used to being retroactive, like taking care of something after something happens. It's better to be proactive. So it's funny because at that same year, like maybe like when you got started with oils was like March or April, somewhere around there. And then like come like June, you're like, yeah, we got to go to Salt Lake City for Young Living's convention.
Yep.
And never been to Salt Lake City. Didn't sound like that was a place where black people were. So I wasn't keen on going. And it was like a month before. And we're looking at airline tickets. Airline tickets are mad expensive. And I'm like, no, I'm not spending all this money to go out Salt Lake City. And she's like, well, I'll just try and go by myself. I'm like, nah, I can't send you out to Salt Lake City by yourself. So it's funny. Things just kind of fell into place. We ended up going, and I'm glad that you pushed me to go, because it was like when I went to convention, I got some of the information that, you know, we talk about in our health talks, and got to play with the oils, got to play with some of the products. That was like my aha moment. Like that really changed things for me because I needed to experience it, but also like as a man, like I needed to see that this wasn't just a female thing. You know, this wasn't just about the smell of the oils. Like I love to cook, and so like I use a ton of oils in cooking as well. So it became more practical, and here it is 3 years later, and that's all we use, right? So all the products in our home, whether it's cleaning products, whether it's our personal hygiene products, like everything that we use is oil based, because Young Living is a health and wellness company. So that's how we got to where we are now. And we just wanted to share that before we talked about, you know, some of the benefits of having a premium home starter kit in your home. So
what are oils and how do you use them?
They're the lifeblood of the plant. I used to hate it when people would tell me. That doesn't answer my question.
What does that mean?
Right. So essentially, and I used to hate that too when they were like, essentially essential oils are, and I just did it. But so oils come from plants, and the constituent or the properties of the oils that are used, like they are used to help protect that plant. And for sustainability, help us to survive, right? So some of the same benefits that some of those plants get, our bodies get and derive as well from using essential oils. So fortunately, we have the best oils on the planet because Dr. Gary Young, when he was alive, was like the pioneer in the oil industry. But yeah, that's what they are.
So how do you use essential oils?
So there's 3 ways you can use them, right? So there's topically, aromatically, which is using one of the diffusers, which are going right behind us. And then there's internally. And each of them have different benefits.
Okay.
So that's the interesting thing. Like I love, like I was a huge like psych major, like when I got out of high school. Like I love, as you can attest and tell the people, like I'm very much into like thoughts and emotions and stuff. So like I actually did research, and it's interesting that essential oils, when you use them aromatically, actually affect your emotional state. And that's the only way to get to that part of the brain, the limbic system, that affects emotions, is through your sense of smell. So I love using it for that. We talked about using it internally. Young Living has vitality oils that
non-GMO. So show me another company that has a line of oils specifically labeled for internal use, non-GMO. Safe to do so. It is safe to take them internally.
And see, that was a weird thing for me. Like when we first got started, you know how many people are like, yeah, you can't take oils internally. So like you hit on the point earlier. It was like, but if it's a peppermint or a lemon, like why can't I ingest parts of the peppermint or the lemon? Like, and it's because things get adulterated or chemicals added to it, or there might be synthetic, which no, you should not be ingesting. And
here's the reality: if the company that you're using does not have oils that can be taken internally, if it's not safe to take internally, you shouldn't be putting it on your body. You shouldn't be inhaling it, right? So, and making sure that, you know, we're not taking in certain things into our body. But what about the things we're breathing in and putting on our body, right? So again, I love and I think it's so commendable that so many people are interested in essential oils and they want to do things that are more natural. But here's the thing, just like all food is not created equal, all oils are not created equal.
Yeah. And then you think about this too, your skin is the largest organ on your body, and a lot of things are absorbed and that come in contact with our skin. So, I mean, we got to be careful.
Mm-hmm. And so then the third way, what is the last way we can use it?
Topically?
Yep.
Is that the one that I missed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So topically, I mean, essential oils, they interact with the cells within your body, and that's one of the perks. Like when you use something topically, you're able to bypass your digestive system. And unfortunately, if you live here in the United States, most individuals' digestive systems are probably pretty messed up. And so we're not able to absorb things the way that we should. So using them topically has great benefits in being able to bypass digestion. Mm-hmm. So talk a little bit about, like, where does Young Living get their oils?
So one thing that really, really attracted me to Young Living in general is they are one of the only companies that I could find that actually own their own farms. So when my sister kept telling me all of this hoo-ha about my oils that I was using, I had to investigate. So I called these companies, I emailed these companies. I'm still waiting to hear back from some of these companies as to where they got their oils. Most of them are simply bottlers. That's it. They have no idea what is in the bottle. They have no idea where it comes from. All they know is they slap their labels on it and they make money.
I think it's hilarious that you called and emailed and sent letters to
I sure did, because
that is hilarious.
I am that person.
Just sitting there like writing an angry letter, dear Mr. Essential Oils President.
But for me, what made the biggest difference is that year when we went to Utah and I got to sit in the lavender farms, right? I've even heard of a company they're like, oh, well, we don't let just anybody go see our farms, but we have farms. Okay.
That's like saying that, like, yeah, I got a girlfriend, but you don't know her and she don't go to this school.
Right. Exactly. So they have a process that is very, very strict when it comes to down to the seeds that are planted in the ground, all the way to the little bottles that you get in your home, the distillation process that they go through, the testing that they do. It is unmatched. Other companies, when they compare themselves, they compare themselves to Young Living.
Mm-hmm. They're like like I said, they're the pioneer in that industry. Mm-hmm. And like that, to me, that's the very reason, like, you don't buy your Young Living oils from anywhere but Young Living. Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna get them on Amazon. You're not gonna go to eBay. You're gonna get them directly from Young Living. You're not even gonna come to my house to get them, right? Like, you're gonna go to Young Living and they're gonna come directly to your home.
Yeah, we don't need you coming to the door. You got some more of that stuff? I need something to smell. So, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna get them straight from Young Living. So then let's talk a little bit about what comes in the kit.
Let's do it.
What we use. And there's a reason this is called a premium starter kit. So this is like the jumping off point. This is where Dana and I started. It's funny, as of August, spouses were able to get their own account. So I bought my own premium starter kit, even though I have a ton of oils that I use that come outside.
He's the one with the problem.
They work. They work. I love my oils. So what's the first one we're going to talk about?
Peppermint.
All right, so Peppermint, which comes in a white label. Show that off again. So if you notice, the ones with the white labels, they are the Vitality ones, which are labeled for internal use, just to let you know, because you'll see different color ones. And right now we're going through some of the singles. So Peppermint, I love Peppermint. It's great for helping to energize you. It is really, really good in the summertime for like helping keep you cool, like for summer activities. I know when I go to the gym, sometimes I'll rub it on my chest, help open up my respiratory systems and get a little bit more oxygen into the body because you're breathing a little bit better. We put it in water.
Yep. So the Peppermint Vitality, you can put it in water. I love making a tea out of it. I'm a huge tea person. So is my daughter. So we love having the peppermint oil. We can take that with us anywhere. You don't have to worry about the tea bags or anything like that. A little goes a long way. So literally 1 drop, cup of tea, you're good.
Yeah. So what's next?
Lemon.
Okay. So lemon is also, they call it an energizer as well, right? So a lot of people will put lemon juice in their water. So it's great for that. We do add lemon drops to our water. But also it's great for cleaning. Like, it's funny, like sometimes we teach these classes and I'm like, does anybody clean with lemons, or did your grandma or your mom ever clean with lemons? And it seems like it's rare nowadays, but it is great for cleaning. Like, I've literally cleaned the leather seats in my car and the hubcaps on the car as well using the lemon oil. So I do love it for that. And it's also got, the aroma is nice. It's uplifting. It's good for your respiratory system. So lemon is that deal. Yep.
And we love cooking with lemon Vitality. So that's an excellent one on fish. That's an excellent one. Yeah, it's just an excellent oil. Love, love, love lemon.
Are you about to pull out your favorite?
I am. Thieves.
So why what is Thieves?
Thieves is everything. Everybody needs Thieves in their life. So literally Thieves, somehow, some way my kids get Thieves every single day. So this kit comes with the Thieves Vitality. So again, one that you can take in internally. Love to put this in the kids' oatmeal. I make like homemade granola. I'll put it in their granola. My daughter, she's a G, so she will straight take a drop to the back of the throat. My son, not so much. So we have to do topical Thieves and either put that on the bottom of his feet or on his chest.
It's funny, you gotta trick him.
Yeah, like, you do.
Because he's smart too. Like, this smells like Thieves. You put Thieves in this?
Yep. Yeah. So we love Thieves. I'm telling you, like, I literally, like, I used to think that it was normal for, like, when the weather changed, like, your kids were going to be under the weather. Like, I thought that was normal. That's not normal, okay? If that's happening to you each year, it's your children and your immune systems are not as strong as they can be. Your body was created and made to fight off the things that are outside, period. So Thieves and Ninja Red are 2 things that daily we make sure our kids get. We don't wait till we get something. We take it every single day to support a strong immune system.
Once again, it's about being proactive, right? And then just to attest to that, so Thieves actually got its name from 18th century grave robbers created this. And they would put this blend of oils on to help them rob graves and deal with dead bodies. So at least in my mind, if it's good enough for robbing graves,
right.
I think it might help.
Gonna be good.
Yeah, I think you'll be all right going to school, going to work, making it through the colder months, and supporting your immune system. So Thieves, yeah, it really is that deal. What do we got next?
Citrus Fresh.
All right, so Citrus Fresh, that's like your deodorizer, right? Great one to diffuse.
So this is a Vitality though. So Citrus Fresh Vitality, again, you're going to take in internally. So I actually love this with fish and stuff too, cooking with it. It's great in water. Maybe you want a little more than just a lemon. So there's also a Citrus Fresh that is a topical and aromatic. So that one is great for like deodorizing the air, diffusing. I call it happy in a bottle, right? Like, so my daughter especially, she is not a morning person. Like, me and my Dayton, we be up and we be going. Like, and we homeschool, so like if she could sleep to noon, she would sleep to noon. So if I don't want a grumpy little child, I will take the aromatic Citrus Fresh and I will diffuse that so that she can wake up in a better mood.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them a quick little recipe because Citrus Fresh actually I use in lemonade.
Okay.
Believe it or not. And you know what it reminds me of? Like the flavor. I don't know if anybody's a fan of Sunny D, but you know how Sunny D has like that citrusy but also lemony. It's better than Sunny D, okay? I'm trying to give it out there.
My dad loved Sunny D. Ugh.
He didn't get the cheap one, Tampico?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, y'all came up on that good living. That real Sunny D. But no, so I actually will make a lemonade and then put like a drop in my glass of lemonade, and it actually just gives it a little bit, because you know citrus fresh is more than lemon. It's got grapefruit and orange, so it gives it a little bit of a little kick to it, I guess.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
and it's also good if you leave those clothes in the laundry too long. Maybe instead of rerunning them, add a couple drops of citrus fresh to like a cotton ball, put it in the dryer, help freshen up your clothes.
Yeah, we love putting it on the dry wool balls.
All right, what do we got next?
Digest.
Okay, so for those who were here earlier, like this is the one to me, and I've gotten one person to agree with me. Keep in mind, 3 years. This one smells and tastes like bacon.
He still didn't get them to for real agree.
They did. Okay. Well,
Does anybody out there think Digest smells like bacon?
Go ahead, put it in the chats. I'm paying
Anyone.
attention. Put it in the chat. But so Digest though is the one I keep on me all the time, right? Because we all have maybe we don't have the best eating habits, and like I mentioned, our digestive systems, it needs support, right? So when I'm at work and I'm eating, or throughout the day, like I will literally keep Digest, take a drop under my tongue, or if something's not agreeing with me afterwards, like maybe just rub a little bit on your stomach, and it really helps. Now, I like to give this suggestion because I'm like, everybody has that one family member that can't cook but loves to cook. So if you know you're going over their house and they're like, yeah, I want to make everything, take Digest. Okay. Yeah.
So Digest is amazing. Yep. So the Digest Vitality, you can go ahead and take that in internally. The Digest Topical, that is a great one. I really have benefits just rubbing it on my stomach as well.
All right, where we at next?
Ooh.
I gotta reload. Get them fresh comments.
Lavender.
Right. So Lavender's a multi-tool, right?
Mm-hmm. Love lavender.
What do you use lavender for?
So I will say that I'm not like a super, I love the way lavender smells and things like that. I love lavender, so I have my little seasonal roller that I do, which I'm actually starting to use daily now. Because here in Michigan, we are getting a little bit warmer of weather.
Finally.
So in that weird transition, this would be the time of year that I would struggle the most. So I do a roller combination where I use lavender, peppermint, and lemon. I put 10 drops of each in an old 5 milliliter Young Living bottle, and then I fill the rest with a carrier oil, and I put the little roller ball on the top of that, and I will put it on my T-zone, and I will just do it throughout the day. Just when I think about it, I just do it. Like, because the lavender, it just like it's relaxing to the body. A lot of people use it aromatically to relax at nighttime or in their bath and things like that. It's also relaxing to your sinus area. So my kids, like, they already know, like, if they have stuff that's kind of stuffed up or not working its way out, they will give me their little pinkies. I will put a drop of lavender on there, and they will stick it up their nose, and everything's good, right?
They wash their hands afterwards.
I promise.
Right, you do make them go wash their
Yes.
hands. Okay.
But we love lavender. It is so powerful. If they get little cuts, scrapes, bruises, we put a little lavender on it. Love lavender.
I take it with me at work. I mean, I'm an electrician by trade, and sometimes we get cuts and abrasions too, and that's what I reach for. So I keep that in my little lunch bag. I take it with me.
So you got your Digest and your lavender.
Digest, lavender, and then some special blends. I can't share everything with y'all right now. You know, you have to come back for that, but yeah.
Awesome.
All right, what else we got?
Frankincense.
If we have anybody who watches The Office, they're the young ones who'll get that reference. But frankincense, okay. So frankincense is great for the skin. It's great for supporting your immune system. Everyone knows frankincense has been around since Bible times. It's like the great-great-grandfather of oils, right?
If it's good enough for Jesus, it's good enough.
Yeah. And then, so here's the interesting thing. So frankincense comes in a starter kit, right?
Yeah.
frankincense is the frankincense that Young Living has. They actually have a farm in, or it's sourced from Oman, which is in the Middle East. So it's not like it was sourced here in the United States.
From Bob's farm.
Bob got some frankincense. He's sourcing out. Come on, Bob.
But yeah, frankincense is super, super powerful. So since we homeschool, I have our focus blend that my kids know to grab when it's time to like settle down and actually start school. And in that blend, I put frankincense, vetiver, cedarwood, and it is hands down like the most amazing blend. Like I love, love, love frankincense. Diffusing frankincense when they're trying to study, just really helping them to focus. You'll notice a lot of Young Living blends that are for the brain and the mind have frankincense in it.
And I was going to allude to frankincense is a very valuable oil. It's in the starter kit.
It's in the starter kit, yeah. Like frankincense alone makes it worth it. Frankincense and then the next one that we're talking about, hands down, makes the whole kit worth it. Like, because if you just bought those two separately, it was like, oh, you might as well got a diffuser and everything else.
This is the one you got me with, wouldn't it? Okay, yep. So PanAway.
PanAway.
So PanAway is great for relieving muscle tension, anything like that with strain going on within the body. Dana actually won me over. We were in Salt Lake City, and we didn't realize we were going to have to do that much walking. So we get back to the hotel room, and I'm like, my feet are killing me. She was like, I got some PanAway. I'm going to put some PanAway on your feet. And I'm like, I don't know what that is, but sure, go ahead. When I tell you, like, I don't know if it was the massage coupled with it, but it was like, oh, it was everything.
PanAway, PanAway. Just
keep PanAway in your gym bag.
Yes.
I mean, even if you're sitting at the job, keep it with you.
Yep.
Lower back.
Hard day of work, rub your feet down with it, your knees, your hips. PanAway is just an amazing one to have on hand. Ready?
Yep.
Valour.
So this one is new to the kit.
Yes.
Right? So we just did a class Friday talking about oils and emotions. And Young Living actually has a whole kit that's based on emotions. But Valour is one of those oils that come in that kit.
Yes. And so for the longest, you guys, like, we couldn't get Valour, okay? So let me tell you how crazy I was and how much I needed Valour in my life.
Thanks, Melissa.
Like, I literally would order my one Valour I could order on my account and multiple other people's accounts so that I could have...
You're not supposed to tell them you was cheating.
So I could have my stash of Valour, okay? Because I cannot live without that. Before we press play, I put on Valour. Like, Valour is like courage in a bottle. Valour is I can do this. Valour is my morning walk talks. Like, Valour is everything, okay? If you are stuck, if you are struggling to get the courage to, like, move past something that you're blocked in, Valour. Love, 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 love Valour.
So instead of reaching for a bottle of alcohol, you reach for your bottle of Valour, and that's your liquid courage?
No, I would need some alcohol too, but...
So we'll call it liquid courage.
Liquid courage.
No, I do love it. I actually like wearing it as a cologne.
Yes.
Yes. And this one is particularly useful. You rub it on your left shoulder blade, or you can put it on the earlobes. And I actually get a lot of comments about that. Like, people think that I'm wearing like some... fancy, expensive cologne. I'm like, no, it's my Valour.
Yeah. Honestly and truthfully, Valour, Valour, Valour. Love, love, love Valour.
They're like, Valour? Valour? You mean Valour? No, Valour. It's not Valour cologne. All right. Raven. So this one is fairly new to the kit, right? This was on the last revision, right? So Raven is very, very good for opening up. It has 3 different types of, or it has eucalyptus in it, right? For Raven? No, I'm off. I'm sorry.
It's great for respiratory support. Yeah. Love rubbing this on the baby's chest. So as I mentioned before, my son had some respiratory issues and things going on. So this is one of my absolute favorites to rub on the bottom of his feet. I actually rub it on his back, not hit the front of his chest, and sometimes I'll diffuse it. But really, 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 Raven is a game changer.
Love Raven.
Love, love, love Raven.
All right, so we getting into the goodies, or are we still on oils?
We still on oils, baby.
I forgot. This
you
is
still
the
get
new
all
I
these
know.
oils.
So everything. Remember, everything that we're going through comes in your starter kit.
Yep. So peace and calming. Peace and calming. So we already kind of told a little story about peace and calming. Honestly, peace and calming, if it wasn't for peace and calming, I wouldn't be here.
Do we want to tell the funny story about how we used to put it in that bottle of water?
Oh, we sure did.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so here's the funny thing. And we're not bad parents, I promise.
We just love oils.
But it's funny because our son Dayton was like probably the most active between our two kids. And so like because peace and calming like would settle him down, we would mix up a little bit of peace and calming, put it in a little spray bottle with some distilled water. And if we were driving and he was crying or, you know, just throughout the day, we would just mist a little bit in the car, you know, into the air. We didn't spray him in the face, you know, but that was like the reputation they had. They were like, yeah, the Mott's got that little spray bottle. They'd be spraying Dayton like a little cat and then he falls asleep. Be chloroforming the baby. But it worked.
It worked.
It worked. So, I mean, that's the funny thing. As a parent, like when you need to, you get creative.
Yeah.
You know.
It works, y'all. I'm telling you, peace and calming make it all worth it.
Yeah.
Okay, stress away.
All right. So, stress away is, I'm going to tell you honestly, everybody should have stress away and they should keep it with them for two reasons. I mean, on a serious note, like we live in a fast-paced world. And in all honesty, like people are way too stressed out, like way too much of the time. So I keep stress away in the car. Sometimes when I'm dealing with the kids, it's like, yeah, don't embarrass yourself with these kids in front of people right now. That's what I call it. I keep stress away with me. And it has like a really nice smell to it. Like it's very sweet, very calm and relaxing. Sometimes even after I get off of work and I get home, I'll like rub it on the back of my neck, help to release the stress and tension within my shoulders. It's just vacation in a bottle.
Yeah, love stress away.
Right.
If you like live a life and you don't go out of the house ever, you need stress away.
You said if you go out of the house ever. Even if you stay in the house, you need stress away.
You get stressed in the house.
Right.
So now we're gonna talk ninja.
All right. So you do a good job about talking about Nisha Red.
Okay.
I'll let you add that one.
So love Nisha. So as I mentioned earlier, for immune support, this is a full body wellness support. So literally you think your circulatory system, you think your bones, you think your muscles, you think your immunity, you think your skeletal system, literally every single system in your body, Ninja Red supports it. So it's a powerful antioxidant drink. It is derived from China in the China province. There they have some of the highest living the life expectancy of people in the world. So it's near one of like the blue zones. So one of the main diets that are in their diets is these goji berries or wolf berries. And it's because of the minerals and the trace minerals that are in it as well. So a lot of times we talk about vitamins and the importance of getting good nutrients and vitamins in our system, but also it's the minerals. And the reality is we need to get it from food, okay? So when we talk supplements, like Young Living is on a completely different level, because I'm actually not a big supplement person, because most supplements are generic and they are not food. And so then the body doesn't know how to absorb it or take it in. Whereas Young Living, what they do is essentially put food in capsules. Like I barely even want to call it a supplement, because what it is actual food. And so
it's nourishing for the body.
Right. So your body can actually use and utilize all of it. But Ninja is a drink. So it's super easy for your kids. It's super easy for you. Just take your 2 to 4 ounces each day. My kids literally ask for it. They're like...
It tastes great.
Right. Like,
it really does.
They, on a daily basis, are like, where's my Ninja Red? Where's my Mighty Vites? And where's my Mighty Pros? Which is the probiotics. Like, they will not leave their day. And again, my kids have been able to stay above the wellness line. We literally have not gotten anything in years. And even when a little bit of something comes, we're able to fight it off because we have stronger immune systems now that we are being proactive instead of reactive.
So we're talking overall support of the body. Everybody should be taking Nisha Red.
Everybody should be taking it.
What else we got? What else you got? So Thieves hand purifier, right?
Yep.
What's the difference between a hand purifier and a sanitizer? So the hand purifier doesn't have alcohol.
Okay.
So here's the reason I bring that up. Because most alcohol is very drying on the hands. And typically, like, you know, for people of color, like, we try not to use alcohol in our hair and in our skincare products and stuff. So to have something that's alcohol free is a big bonus.
Okay.
And you have the power to use it. So.
Yep. So that's a great one to throw in your purse with the kids before you eat, just to kind of have on hand. Also, so the kit we have has a Thieves cleaner in it, but I believe that's now.
I don't get that.
Yeah, because that is now, I believe, being replaced with a spray, just because in some of the kits it was coming messy. But that is everything in the premium starter kit, and then you also get your choice of a diffuser.
Show them what they get, Vanna.
So we have the Dewdrop, the Aria, the Desert Mist. We also have the Rainstone, which we don't have here. But the price of the kit really just depends on which diffuser that you choose.
I like that one.
See, and I am kind of biased to the Rainstone and the Aria. The Aria is life. It plays music. It's beautiful.
It's all right. I'm playing. So you want to briefly talk about how does a person get started? You want me to take that away?
Uh-huh.
All right. So everything that we've talked about today comes in your premium starter kit. There's 3 ways to get started with Young Living. I like to attribute them as good, better, and best. If you are a person and you saw like one of the oils that appealed to you, or the Ningxia Red appeals to you, the Thieves, and you just want one product and you're never ever going to order again, you can come in as a retail customer. Feel free to sign up. We'll post our link down below. But you're going to pay 24% more, and you're going to pay full price for shipping. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's not cheap to ship bottles, okay? What is better is to sign up with a premium starter kit, because you'll get a wholesale membership along with all of the items that we presented here tonight. And you get your choice of diffuser, and you're going to pay 24% less for anything else that you order in the future. So that's a great way to get started. The best way to get started, sorry, my eye is itching. I apologize. The best way to get started is to get started with a premium starter kit that we mentioned before and get on Young Living's Essential Rewards program. Because like Dana and I mentioned, this has been a journey for us. Like, we both had starter kits like individually for each other, and we've gone through it and moved on to other things along with the oils that we use. But we started replacing like our laundry soap, our dish soap, our toothpaste. So you're going to start replacing things in your household, and it's great to be able to do it at 24% off. But Young Living has their Essential Rewards program, which actually rewards you for purchasing those things by giving you points back on your account and free product at certain tiers. So that's the best way to get started.
And if you're like me, so I'm very, very frugal. I love a deal and I love savings. And again, we're talking full wellness. So when you're making these changes, it's not going to be just one thing and then, oh, miraculously everything's great, right? It's going to be slowly replacing and slowly changing things. So being that I am frugal, I'm like, what is the best savings I can get? So I love Amazon, I love Target, I get a lot of my things from there, but nobody on the planet gives a savings like Young Living does on products that you're already purchasing, right? So it's not like all of a sudden I have to buy these things that I'm never gonna use, or I'm gonna have garage fill of juice that I'm never gonna drink or anything like that. You change it, you get whatever you want, what you need for your family that month. So if it's 1 month, you're like, I'm gonna just go in and I'm gonna, focus on my bathroom and change everything in there. And then the next month, you're like, I'm gonna work on my makeup. I'm gonna change over all of my makeup. And then the following month, you're like, oh, I need a few oils or, things for my kids. Again, it's very, very customizable and super, super easy. And the beautiful thing is, it's all about community. You get to be a part of our community where we're going to work with you hand in hand to help you meet your wellness goals, whether it's wellness or financial goals. Maybe you have some financial things that you need to get yourself up under. That is what we're here for. We want to run alongside you. We want to support you in any way we can. Maybe, again, you're a mom and you have little ones that aren't sleeping, or you're struggling to stay above the wellness line, or, maybe you have other things going on. We want to partner with you.
And here's the reality. I will say I've always considered us to be in pretty good health and shape, through the years that we've been alive. But one thing is for sure, we all will get older. Maybe your body's not functioning the way that it should be or used to. I know that there's things that I cannot do in my 30s that I used to be able to do in my 20s. So everybody needs to try to support their body as best as possible. And we like to create a community for people to be able to do that and reach their health and wellness goals, as well as their financial goals. So, yeah, get started today. Pick out your kit, whether you want the premium starter kit, they have a Ningxia Red kit or a Thieves kit, and get started. Let us know. And like I mentioned, we'll post the link down in the comments that you can click and go straight there.
And if somebody shared this video with you, get back with them, because again, we are a community. We are all about supporting one another. So get back with them.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
So this was our longest health talk with the Motts we ever done. It was an impromptu bonus episode for you guys.
Yes.
So feel free to continue to follow us on social media.
Yes.
We are on Instagram. I am Man on the Move 30. This is
Young Lady Day 1224.
We also uploaded a new podcast over on wherever you can find podcasts. We are DNA Wellness, where we talk health and wellness subjects and life in general. So feel free to join us on that. And if you have any questions, post them down below. We'll try to answer them to the best of our ability.
Right, and we'll also upload this to our YouTube, which is DNA Wellness.
Yeah, we do have a YouTube.
All right, guys. Thank you so
the social media.
much.
All right. Everybody,
Take care.
thank you.